Meep. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. Now we're going to have a meep meditation. This is a mindfulness practice, observing the stream of thought. Picture yourself sitting calmly on a riverbank, watching the water as it flows by. The river is your stream of consciousness. Thoughts come along like something floating in the water. Your observing self is the one sitting alongside the river, watching these thoughts come and go. Know that there is part of you that is able to do this, to remain separate from your thoughts and unaffected by them, just sitting and watching them pass by. Sometimes the mind is really turbulent, like a raging river churning with such activity that you can't make out one thought from another. Just stay with your breath and allow the mind to settle if you can. Then go back to watching the stream of thought. You are the observer. Other times, the mind seems blank. It is as if the water is barely moving and there are no thoughts at all. If so, just enjoy the peacefulness. You don't have to try to generate thoughts. Eventually, they will come on their own. As you sit, try to notice an individual thought arise, as though it was carried from upstream and then appears before you. See if you can keep observing it as it passes in front of you and eventually disappears downstream. Soon, other objects present itself to you. Your job is just to sit on the riverbank and observe. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to change. Notice the different qualities of your thoughts. Some are very routine, even dull. Many you have had before, and some are replayed frequently. You may find yourself feeling bored by such mundane thoughts, so much that your energy falls or your awareness drops off. Do your best to remain present and attentive. Occasionally, a thought will come along that seems really interesting or important. You will find yourself being drawn into it. Just remain calm and observe without getting too caught up by the content. Still, other thoughts might be so compelling that you give up your seat on the riverbank and decide to go into the stream, letting yourself get carried away by them. You may lose touch with observing yourself and become absent for a few moments. As soon as you realize that you have done this, return back to your seat on the riverbank and observe your thoughts without judging yourself for the lapse. Each time you remember to come back, you are strengthening your mindfulness muscles. Notice that each thought lasts just a short of time, so as long as you don't entertain it simply passes by the screen of your awareness. Eventually, it fades, and then it is replaced by another thought. This is a process repeated over and over again for all of us. Keep strengthening your mindfulness muscles by being aware of your thoughts. This was a wonderful meditation exercise from The Chemistry of Calm by Henry Emmons, the author of The Chemistry of Joy. Mindfulness practice is just that, a practice. something that we need to be doing throughout our day-to-day lives and strengthening the muscle as we go. Thank you for sharing this moment with me on the Real Talk with Me podcast. I appreciate you tuning into yourself and showing up for this me time. We're all in this practice together. Follow the Meep movement online at www.mindfulmeeps.com and send me a note at mindfulmeeps@gmail.com. I would love to hear from your experience. What shows up for you when tuning into your senses in a meep moment like this? Thank you so much. I'm wishing you all a beautiful close to 2019, and I am so grateful to be starting 2020, a new decade together. Meep, 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 meep. Thank you so much. Meep out.